I don't know about you, but I am kind of getting tired of battle royales. There's a couple good games on the market right now, but the finals has really got my attention.
It's got a we've talked about this in the past where there's like this kind of impossible to measure variable that games have where it's just like how fun is it to play, like what's the playability of the game. This game ticks a lot of boxes in terms of just like feels good, it's very responsive, had no lag issues, everything kind of works, it's pretty, great performance, like all those little boxes get ticked, which is nice.
The 3v3 game mode that they are offering slash providing is super refreshing. I'm pretty sure Apex Legends has a similar play style, except this isn't a battle royale. It's super refreshing for any FPS gamers. If you like FPS gamers, and let me try and sell you on this. Let me show you why this is epic. The two game modes are super clean and simple. They don't get boring, and they got a lot of room to add new game modes. To my knowledge, as of now, I'm not really getting too bored with it, but I can see how they would have some. They need a couple more game modes, that's for sure. But with the art style and everything, it don't seem like it'll be that hard to add game modes. Having the King of the Hill style game mode that doesn't reset the progress whenever you go and actually capture the hill is actually really cool. The bank play style that's just going to focus on all the PvP is super fun because it's just so fast paced. It feels rewarding whenever you do kill somebody right in front of the bank and you get to deposit the money that they were going to deposit. Super rewarding. They even have a tournament game mode. So after a couple matches, which is what I think most games should do anyway, they do let you unlock the tournament style game mode. It's kind of got that competitive integrity that the game just needs, honestly. Having all the teams face off against each other, it feels super good. It makes you feel like the stakes are super high. Even there's even a ranked game mode. Every FPS game needs a ranked game mode. You cannot go without these. Moving on to the weight classes. The weight classes are super unique in a way that makes you feel like you want to play all of them. I'm constantly switching between the weight classes, trying to find my play style. I went from the light, the mobility. The light's mobility is super good. The grappling cloak makes it feel super clean. The mediums healing. I actually am a healer most of the time. I do like the mediums healing. And the heavy might need a couple of tweaks, but most of the time you can just smash your way through everything. It feels good. It feels good to play with, switch through. Me and my friends were constantly switching between these classes. I'm not even sure exactly which one I want to like main, but it does make you feel like your choices do matter. I will admit. The equipment is also super good. You got the tried and true options like the deployable cover and the frag grenade. You even got some things that are class restricted. It makes you feel like your choices matter a lot, even before the game even starts. The grenades, the C4s that you have, all of them are actually pretty strong. Most of the time in games like this, you just feel like they're just not even like that worth it, but it is really worth it. Um, like I said earlier, some balance tweaks are necessary. Like the medium kind of struggles to keep up with the meta. The burst rifle needs a little bit of a tweak, but the heavies are kind of strong at the moment. The company has been keeping an eye out for these things though, and they're fixing them in a pretty timely manner. I would say compared to what everybody else fixes them in, but I see no problem with the gaming company uh, fixing everything on time and having everything just ready, and just balance changes can be a nightmare for a lot of companies. So you definitely want to keep everything playable. A lot of the companies that I do know that I do play from, they take weeks. Apex might take a month before they fix something that is absurdly broken. So the fact that they're listening to the community and actually actively making these changes, it means a lot. But overall, the game is just really, it feels really good to load up into a match with three of your best buddies, just going for those cash outs and killing everybody, and just it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The guns actually feel really good. They got a lot of kick to them. I noticed that the machine guns got a lot of kick. The shotguns even got a decent amount of kick. And honestly, you need those in games. You don't want every game to shoot like a laser. Those games just kind of feel a little stale. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the rocket launchers, which is broken in a lot of games, honestly. And speaking of the rocket launchers, the grenades, the C4s, just all that stuff. destructible environments like you're seeing on screen. All that stuff is super destructible. It makes it just feels like super unique. Like the map is ever changing. It's never really staying the same, and you always feel like there's a different route to take, just in case like somebody's spawn trapping you or getting the advantage on you. You can make your own advantage. Anytime you want, angles, all that goes out the window whenever this is being played, and it kind of makes me really excited to see the competitive side of this game because the competitive side is going to be really, really awesome because of what I just said. You can make your own angles. I guess that's the reason why Rainbow Six Siege is so, awesome because you can make your own angles. So the game is kind of ever changing in that regard. You don't have to worry about there being like a super meta or anything like that. I can say that the tournaments are awesome too. Being qualified and playing with your friends in that rank mode, it gives you something to do. It gives you something to look forward to. I play games competitively a lot. I might not be as good as most people, but I like to play games for the competitive spirit. And jumping in with me and my friends and just trying to learn choke points and be better and quicker at some of this stuff is just it gives you like a really good feeling of you're actually learning the game. You're actually trying to learn everything it's got. And like I said, the game modes can be expanded on. I think they're going to be adding some more game modes. I'm just not sure what it is. Another thing I like, like really like, is the fact that there's actual gunfights. In a lot of games, there aren't too many gunfights, and what I mean by that is the time to kill is so insanely fast that it's just ridiculous. I think that this game has like a perfect mix of Call of Duty, the fast pacedness that it has, and a little bit of like Apex Legends because you don't die that fast. You can definitely get hit and run around a corner from a gunfight. Having the person who can heal constantly just kind of resets your fights if you really want to. But overall, I am tired of peeking a corner, getting shot with two bullets, and then dying. Same thing with rocket launchers. You can get hit with a full-on rocket, and yeah, you'll be low, but you won't exactly die. Those things make this game super, super competitive because you can always reset. You can always go with another formation just in case you do get hit. The mobility of the game, you don't move too slow. I think that you move kind of at like a perfect pace, honestly. And the jump pads or launch pads, whatever you want to call them, they're a pretty good addition to the game also because there's a lot of tall buildings, and a lot of times, unless you're just climbing those buildings floors, you cannot get up there, and it could be a pain. But having those jump pads, I'm not sure. I don't use them that much. I'm not really sure if they're class based or not, but it is really, really cool to have those. And like I said, you just climb in those buildings. You can climb them if you want, or you can instantly take the high ground and get the advantage with those launch pads. And just from the loading screens to everything, I just feel like the game is smooth. I have no graphical issues at all. And I'm playing on a decent PC, but from the destruction always, everything always being so just blown up but around me, you would think that you would have graphical issues. I do not. And I haven't heard anybody who has those graphic issues, but I feel like it's been playing like a beauty, honestly. If you played the beta, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. They did have a decent amount of issues, but I feel like they cleaned all of those up. Overall, if you're looking for a game going into 2024 and you're not exactly sure what to play, you kind of don't want to play Apex, you're kind of burned out on COD, give the finals a try. I'm so serious. This game is a lot of fun. They haven't came out with their competitive mode yet, but when they do, you can guarantee that I and my friends will be playing it. Might make some build guides here and there. Not really sure. Depends on how this video does. See you guys in the next video.